Thank you for the executive board for having me as a speaker for today for this great fundraiser to really boost out the youth turnout, which is so important. I want to start by saying that the journey to get where I am wasn't easy, but along the way, there were three things that I realized. One, the power of young people when they get involved. Two, the importance of candidates and organizations talking to young adults about single issues and meeting them where they are. And three, the fact that even though we will be faced with continuous setbacks and roadblocks, we must stay the course and stay persistent to ensure everyone is engaged and that everyone votes in this critical election. To my first point, the power of young people can't be overstated. Young people have the power to literally change the course of history within this upcoming election, but also elections to come and the future ahead. At 26 years old, I became the youngest Black woman to serve on the Clarkston City Council. When I was elected, I was elated. Looking back at where I came from and the roadblocks I faced, I was overjoyed to have achieved such a feat. To be a Black millennial woman and a city council person, but I was immediately met with resistance. Upon meeting one of my fellow council members, I was told it's an honor, but it's not a pleasure. And I was taken aback, to be honest with you, but I continued to press forward. Fast forward through the 3 years that I was on the city council, I was able to make a real impact on key issues that impact our everyday lives by working to pass resolutions, ordinances, and MOUs with other community organizations to assist with the awareness about mental health, focusing on civil liberties, reducing any discrimination, and increasing our housing portfolio while assisting with new business development. Local issues aren't as glamorous as the federal and state issues, as most of y'all know. But these are the issues that impact us all every single day of our lives. Local issues mean clean water, air, roads that are drivable, and thriving downtown areas so that you don't have to blow your tire on a pothole or that your car doesn't so that your car's alignment isn't messed up. Local issues also mean decriminalizing marijuana so that young people, especially young people of color, aren't thrown into legal systems that are designed to make us all fail and take away our rights and our freedom. Furthermore, local issues mean reforms to local police practices and police budgets to ensure that the public safety is a reality for everyone and not just a few. Lastly, local issues take on an even more important meaning now, given the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic that we're all in. When we talk about safe and accessible voting locations and ballot drop boxes and rent relief, so that those who have lost our jobs or get sick from COVID don't lose their homes too. Since we now know that all these issues impact young people's lives every day, we must stop talking about the issues and we must stop talking about all the issues and focus on a single issue and connect it to their reason to vote. From there, we must educate them on the fact that these issues that they care about aren't new. But what's new is their vote that could change the trajectory and the future on political leadership that's focused on meeting their needs by focusing on their issues that they care about, that impact their daily lives. And when we don't vote, nothing changes. When we do vote for progressive, innovative candidates that listen first to constituents and act on their issues, we change the course and the outcome to create a better future for our families and generations to come. With that, I'll leave you with two pieces of advice or action steps for tonight. After this fundraiser, after you have donated for all the great work that the Young Democrats of Georgia is doing, make sure that you put on your organizing hat, your relational organizing hat rather, and reach out to a neighbor, a friend, or a family member that hasn't voted in years and tell them, I voted for you and a better future for you. But this election, I'll need you to vote with me so that history doesn't continue to repeat itself. And two, encourage them to talk to a young friend or a family member that feels that the stories that they hear on the news or in political ads don't impact them. Don't try to force them to understand why or how important the things that the politicians at the federal level are voting on. Meet them where they're at and talk to them about the local issues that impact their everyday lives. Remind them that things won't get better unless we amplify our voices and turn out in huge numbers to let the world know that we're listening and we want change and we want it now. We protested, and now we're ready to replace the individuals that don't care about our issues with people that have progressive ideas that are willing to listen and meet us where we're at, whether it's at the gym, basketball game, arcade, or the hair salon, to ensure that we're engaged but abide by CDC guidelines and stay 6 feet apart to ensure that we don't contract any COVID. We want and need elected officials who will work to improve our everyday lives, even with things that seem small, like extending a sidewalk or filling a ginormous pothole. And now, as all of you know, this work takes resources and requires time. So please donate to the Young Democrats of Georgia that have committed to doing the work it takes to meeting the youth where they are to ensure that they turn out. I'll be donating, and I'm asking that you do the same right now using the YDG fundraiser page, Act Blue link. I'm sure it's right below the screen.